Empowerment, I can't say enough about it. Whether you're a guy or a girl, a kid, anything, the word empowerment, it's huge. And it's just accomplishing a small task. Sometimes it doesn't have to be a grandiose thing to be empowered. It could be just getting a forward roll or learning a takedown like she did. You feel really good about that. You know, it's a benchmark we always strive for, particularly in jiu-jitsu. You know, we teach people the basics, and those foundations build the fundamentals, which build the advanced stuff later on. You guys keep saying, and I have this thing in my head, like my coach's coach, old school from Brazil. Like we had him in a couple years ago, and he gave a speech, and he was talking about a tree. If you want to think about, you know, a tree, if a tree is like a human, it's like the foundation of, this is your tie-in for all of this with the strength training, the nutrition, the martial arts, everything that you look at. If a tree's roots don't run deep and the storm comes, what happens? The tree's going to blow over. So I think it's on us as trainers to really build that root from the young age on up, and even for an older person that's just getting into it, the foundation, the roots, the fundamentals, they're so important. Those roots are going to carry you through all the storms you have in life.
That's awesome. The rigors of martial arts and incorporating it with resistance training, the body can get pretty beat up. You know, you're doing new stuff now. I'm sure you're starting to see this guy a little bit more. Cole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So we took a look. Oh, wait. I wanted to ask about the seminar before we move on.
Yeah, great. So
yeah.
Yeah, the seminar, as I mentioned, May 29th, it's obviously for UFC Fit members. But like I was saying, we don't technically have a jiu-jitsu class right now. And the one-on-ones are fantastic, and I do have people signing up for those. But the idea was to make it more visual. You know, let's get it on a big stage. Let's let other people see it. I've been a true believer that when you drive around and you're looking for a restaurant, you look up the Yelp reviews and you drive through the parking lot. There's 2 cars. Are you going to eat there? You're not going there. So, the idea is I want to fill the mats with 20, 30 people and put on a show for 3 hours. And everyone's like, hey, what's that? And then they're going to start to ask questions. And then we can get more people involved and all these things I'm talking about, the root, the empowerment, feeling great about yourself. It's just a great segue, and I think it's an awesome idea.
Yeah. It seems, I mean, I would think it's going to be pretty popular. And you were saying only members can attend?
That's yes.
You're working on that
Technically
right
only
now.
members. Now we have a couple levels of membership with the UFC. So we have what's called an ultimate membership, where you can bring a guest with you. So in that case, that person could bring another friend with them.
Okay.
But yeah, it's going to be in-house. It's for UFC Fit people.
Okay.
But come sign up.
There you go.
Right.
So back to after they're doing all this stuff and resistance training and new stuff, like, expanding their workouts, they're going to need to come see you, Cole. Right. And the program that you guys have over there is really cool. It's all the latest stuff, and we'll get into it in a second. But let's see what Neale chose to show us on the weekend. 90.1. Coming out. Woo! Wow. 56.8. And so why do you like to incorporate this in your recovery program?
He says what he does is it takes all the blood from your extremities, and of course at the extreme low temperature, the blood rushes to your core to stay warm. So when it's there, it gets hyper-oxygenated, right? So then when your body starts to warm up, the blood flushes back out to the capillaries, it flushes out impurities in your system, things like that, and it just makes things heal faster. It's like oxygen, blood, good, recovery.
Right.
With Normatec recovery system. So basically, we're just going to put these sleeves on them. We're going to hook you up to the machine and give your legs a good squeeze. It's worth noting that we have a hip girdle that can actually work with this, as well as arms. Really, if we wanted to, we could make you look like those little kids, you know, their parents over on there in the East Coast, they wrap them up in those snowsuits.
Right.
As I promised, at the end of the day is the way we wind down a UFC fit. This is the life.
Nice. So Cole, did he get it right? Did he give us the details on that stuff?
You got it spot on, and I mean, I'm glad he did, because if I said he didn't, he can hop over this table and get me.
That's
right.
a parking lot discussion.
So, can you give us any more nuances of like when cryo, when the other stuff? Like, is it just
with fitness period, you can always make things more optimal. Point is, so long as you are taking advantage of it, it's huge. Everyone really stresses the hour that they're in the gym. Everyone's all about the grind. Everyone's all about, oh, look at my workout. And then they treat their body like crap for the next 23 hours, not just from nutrition, but they don't sleep, they're stressed, and they're not getting any recovery, be it active or passive. So of course we can make things more optimal. For example, we can start with SMR tools. We can, after your workout session with one of our coaches, we can have you come in and have you do, for example, cryotherapy and then follow it with compression. Like Neale said, when you have all the blood come into the body from that stimulated cold, it helps promote blood flow. Because at the end of the day, your body's an awesome tool. It, in large part, will fix itself. The only reason we adapt to fitness, it's not that our bodies want muscle, it's the opposite. It takes a lot of calories to maintain that. So the only reason we maintain it, those adaptations, is because our body thinks we need it to survive. So allowing more efficient blood flow, we're just allowing our body to do its job better.